We're here with Staff Commodore Fred Delaney of San Diego Yacht Club, also a chairman of the first Islands race, and Brad Avery, Commodore of Newport Harbor Yacht Club. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Why don't you tell us about your experience on the race this last 24 hours?
Commodore?
Well, I was on Commodore of Transpac 52, and we were the last boats to start at 2 o'clock, and the other boats started at 11, so they spotted us, all those number of hours out to the west end of Catalina, and it was just like a Transpac start. And once we got around the backside of Catalina and down to San Clemente, the wind picked up towards 15, 20 knots, and we had some good boat speeds, and came around the tactical decision of how you round the island, and coming into the finish line, I think, was kind of key. And of course, it got light at the finish, as it will in San Diego, and I suppose Newport.
We depend on it.
Yep.
About what time did you finish?
We finished at about 5:30 this morning, so about a 13-hour race for us.
And Commodore Avery, can you tell us about your experience on Mag 80?
Well, it was a great race on magnitude 80 with all our length and sail area. The boat was obviously really quick. We had a fast start in good breeze with our fleet, tacked out the LA Harbor entrance and across the channel to Catalina, averaging about 10 knots upwind and sliding sideways a little bit compared to the rest of the fleet, and up around the west end, and then just close reach with a masthead Genoa over to San Clemente and down and across. So we had a quick trip, finished at 1:17 in the morning. Never really stopped, never really saw a lot of wind like the rest of the fleet. We saw maybe 15 knots tops. Average boat speed somewhere around 11. Real steady. It was just beautiful. Beautiful day, beautiful night, lots of stars. Just a classic, better than a classic race, really. It's just very smooth and ideal first race for the Islands race.
And what was the inspiration for this race and the partnership between SDYC and NHYC?
I think Fred knows more about that than I do.
Well, the way I remember it happening is Jim Madden kind of brought the subject up about a year or so ago, and he talked to Jeff Brown, who's a former Marine air traffic controller who went to his Marine meteorologist buddies to find out when we can expect the most consistent winds around the backside of the islands, and it turned out to be middle of March. And so we bankrolled on that, and somehow Paul Stemler and I got shanghaied into this deal to be co-chairs and started up, and we were quite pleased with the 50-boat turnout. Even though we only had about 41 that actually started, we were very happy. We figured if we even gotten 25, we'd have been happy. And then the idea to have it with Newport Harbor Yacht Club is to just strengthen our ties with really our sister club. We've been good club friends for so many years.
A lot of years.
A lot of years, and we are next to them in Catalina.
That's right.
At our station, so it just felt good that it would be a good race to kind of get back to the old days where we actually went out around islands and we sailed overnight. So that was pretty much the inspiration of it.
Yeah, it was interesting after the race and in the bar and on the docks, just all the guys that know each other from both clubs, all the crews coming together and telling the stories, sailing at night and jiving at night and getting around the islands. And there was some drama with whales and sunfish, and we had one overboard that was successfully recovered, and there was a lot going on, so it was really fun to see the crews from both clubs come together at the end and have a great time here, and we're looking forward to a great party in the next hour.
All right, awards to be handed out about 6:30 tonight. Thank you both, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.